Hi again then guys, and welcome to another Extreme X-Tune circuit build for Gran Turismo 6, and this time we are tuning up a vehicle which is very popular, the E60 generation BMW M5, and in particular this is the premium version of the M5. Now you could also do a tune based on these settings for the non-premium version, but there are certain things which you won't be able to do. For instance, the flat floor. And that is very important to get the same kind of grip, downforce and PP level that this particular version has. Now, I have fitted the flat floor, which is pretty obvious. I've also fitted the custom body kit, the custom wing, so of course that part's down to you. Now, as far as the tyres, we've got it on racing hards. Now, you could go for racing softs, of course, to make it even quicker, but I know some people consider that to be kind of overkill. As far as suspension, we've lowered the ride height to 90mm, front and rear. Springs I've increased to 725 and 1125. Dampers to 5. Anti-roll I've left on 3. You could take that down to 2 if you fancy it. We've gone for neutral camber and tow, as we often do. Again, you could give it some if you want to, but it's not entirely necessary. As far as the diff, we've got the lowest initial torque, the highest acceleration and braking, and of course that's my personal settings, so that won't necessarily work for everyone. I would encourage, as I always say, people to try different tunes, or if you already know a tune that works better for you, of course, by all means go for that. As far as power, of course you can build it to whatever spec you need, whatever PP level you need, such as maybe 600 or 625. I've just gone all out, as with all of these tunes, and fitted everything to it, including an oil change, and likewise with the weight, we've got a full package. The car still has a 50-50 split, which is pretty good for a saloon, and I am running the limited, but still maximum downforce. Now finally, for the gearbox, obviously it's not a top speed build, the flat floor ensures that, so I've gone for an auto setting of 230, then individual gears of 4.5, 3, 2.2, 1.7, 1375, 1150 and 975, with a final drive of 3.2. And if you find that you need maybe to get through the gears a bit quicker, you could take that number higher, or vice versa if you need a little bit more top end speed, or just need the gears to be longer for draft potential, maybe you're on the Le Mans, that kind of thing, then of course take it a bit lower, maybe down to 3 for instance. But that's it for the tuning side of things. Now of course, to prove the car and to test it, let's take it out to Laguna Seca. Now with a vehicle like a sedan, even a super saloon to the caliber of an M5, you wouldn't necessarily expect it to be able to keep up the pace of some of the other cars which we've done in this series, your McLaren F1s, your TVR Speed 12s, but actually oftentimes the M5 is such a good car that it actually can keep up with some of those vehicles. Now not all of them, of course, it's not going to beat a Viper ACR necessarily, or a Nissan Skyline or a Nissan GTR, of course not, but the M5 is a surprisingly good sedan. It's a great super saloon, but that's within the world of super saloons. The great thing about the M5 is, unlike some other super saloons, this car can go way beyond just the sedan or saloon category and take on genuine supercars, super sports cars, and even some race cars like touring cars for instance. So if you do decide to use this build, obviously I hope you have a whole lot of fun with it, and potentially even use it in racing as well. And of course, if you'd like to check out more X-tunes specifically like this one, you can click through to the playlist at the end of this video and check out the channel for various other tunes of different styles. But for now, as always, thanks for watching.